A number of years back, after the terrible, terrible murder of the Fogel family in the yeshuv of Itamar in Israel, my brother purchased a dog for his family. And this dog's name is Didi. I always call him one of the most beloved members of my family because he protects my family. And what is amazing about Didi is that he's very rambunctious, but he's like every other dog. When he hears something or senses something that's not familiar to him, he responds by barking. And the reason why my brother got him was so that in the middle of the night, if there's someone who is near the house that should not be, Didi would bark and awake the whole family so that they would know that there is someone there who might pose a threat to them. So I want to talk about the idea of a dog barking because it's something that's found in our parsha. When the Bnei Israel, when the Jewish people were experiencing this geula, this sense of redemption in Mitzrayim, they had gone through, they had witnessed with their own eyes how Hashem had brought the plagues on the Egyptians. And we get to the final plague where Hashem is now going to kill all of the firstborn of Egypt. And the Torah tells us there would be such screams in Mitzrayim that were unheard of. But while there would be such screaming, the Bnei Israel, the Jewish people, would be silent, and the Torah specifies one animal from all the animals of the Jewish people that would be quiet, and that is the dog. Why? Because naturally, when a dog hears a noise, a dog barks in recognition of that noise. A dog is scared, a dog wants to identify or see what that noise is, and its own innate way of doing things is by barking. And here, the dog would hear all of the screaming of the Egyptians as they are given payback for all the pain and suffering that they imposed on the Jewish people during their 210 years of slavery. And the dog would not respond at all. It would go against its nature. It would be totally silent. Lo yecheratz kelev lishono. A dog wouldn't even wet its tongue. That's the simple explanation. There's something else that might be learned from this lesson of the dog, which absolutely has nothing to do with the dog, but has to do with us. And that is, Rabbi Nachman Mendel of Kotsk says, if you read those two words a little bit differently, instead of kelev lishono, a dog, its tongue, but you read it as kilev, for all of the Jewish people, lo yecheratz kilev, a person shouldn't wet their kilev lishono, they shouldn't wet their tongue, opposite of kilev, opposite of their hearts. Meaning the word kelev could be read kilev as a heart, and lashon, of course, is tongue. So he explains that we should be careful to make sure that we don't wet our tongue to speak something that is not like our lave, not like our heart. A very important message for us, certainly while living in a world of deception, that every Jew has the obligation to try as best as they can to be a sincere person, to actually allow only what out of their mouth, what they are feeling in their heart, to not try to trick or lead people on the wrong path by saying one thing and meaning something else, by not attempting to deceive people, but instead by making people realize that we, as a Jewish community, and even among ourselves, that we are honest, we're not deceiving, but we're really sincere, and we're unique and special, in that we live in a world which is often experiences lies and deception, yet we are authentic and sincere. So let's learn this lesson of the dog, of the kelev, and apply it kelev to our hearts, and be able to make ourselves better people and better Jews every day of our lives. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.